Welcome back. This is John Locke. Today I want to talk about a concept, and I was reminded of this. I saw a tweet by a famous SEO person. I can't remember exactly who it was. If I find the tweet, I'll put it down below. But essentially what this person was saying is if you're focusing on bounce rate, let's say if you have a high bounce rate on a particular page, you're looking in Google Analytics and it says like your bounce rate is something like 88% or 90%. It doesn't mean that it's a bad page, because it can mean two different things. It can mean either people found exactly what they were looking for and they closed the page or they went off the site, because that's what a bounce rate is. It means that people just went to that one page. It's a percentage of how many times people only went to that one page on the site and didn't go to any other pages on the website. 100% bounce rate would be people 100% of the time only going to that page, then clicking off the website. A 0% bounce rate would mean people went to that page and then they visited another page on that same website 100% of the time. SEOs have said for a long time that a high bounce rate is bad for SEO, that if you lower your bounce rate, then your rankings should go up. I'm not really sure where this first started becoming taught. I know that just in the last year, a couple Google representatives have tried to indicate and have said that bounce rate is not a good signal. It's not a great signal to base rankings off of. I think it's one of those things that people see in Google Analytics as a key metric that shows up on the main report, and so they think that it must have something to do with it. But as this famous SEO consultant said in his tweet, a high bounce rate can mean two things. It can mean either that people found exactly what they were looking for on that page and then they left the website, or it can mean that they didn't find what they were looking for and they left the website. Google really can't tell if you're looking just at Google Analytics, that is. You can't really tell which of them it is if you have a high bounce rate. I will tell you a little secret. A lot of the pages on my site that get a lot of traffic are from the days when I was focusing on web development. And I have pages that are code snippets or things that are references. Even now, some of the newer pages that get a lot of traffic on my site are pages that are references or they're tutorials or things like that. And several of them have a high bounce rate that's like 85, 88, 90%. But they rank number one or number two for pretty much all the terms, all the search terms and keywords that are associated with those particular pages. So does a high bounce rate mean that people are finding what they're looking for? Or does it mean that they're not finding what they're looking for and they're leaving? Well, in those cases of those pages that are doing well, seems to indicate that people are finding what they're looking for. Now, if these pages went down in rankings over time, then that would probably indicate that people are not finding what they're looking for. And if that's the case with you, with your particular pages, if you have a high bounce rate, and if you're ranking anywhere near page one, it probably means that people are finding at least most of what they're looking for. Maybe look at some of the other things that are ranking. Is there something that you can add to improve? And maybe you can rank number one or number two for that page. Now, if your page has a high bounce rate and you're nowhere near page one, maybe you're on page 2 or page 3 or page 4 of Google for your target search terms for that page, that might indicate that people are not finding what they're looking for. But this is the thing, a high bounce rate just by itself is not an indicator of quality. it can mean one of two things. So it's up to you to really interpret this and try and figure out which one of those things it is. Yeah, it's nice if people click around your site and they go to different pages after they go to a page on your site. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad page. It could be an excellent page. Just means that they found what they're looking for. Or could mean that the search intent of that page is mismatched to what the majority of people are actually looking for. And you might be trying to force something to rank when most people that are searching for that keyword are actually looking for different information, or they want to complete a different task. So that is part of the job at SEOs, is to determine that and make changes. So that's my 2 cents on bounce rate. High bounce rate, not always bad, not always good. You got to figure it out. My name's John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here on a daily basis giving SEO advice and tips. Hey, I would love to see you subscribe. Hey, we're over 600 subscribers now. I'd love to see us get to 1,000. I know we can make it happen. Momentum is on our side. That's all I have for now. Until next time, peace.